Hey guys, this week we'll be comparing the sound of the EMG81 versus the EMG85 in the bridge position of an electric guitar. We'll also show you how to export your project as individual WAV files in Pro Tools. And lastly, we'll answer a question about the Pro Tools hardware compatibility. All this week coming up on episode 73 of Limitless Studios TV.
Alright guys, this week we are going to be doing the long-awaited and long-requested EMG81 versus EMG85, and we're going to be doing that in the bridge position of the electric guitar. And the first thing we're going to be telling you about is the signal chain, so you know exactly how the guitars were recorded.
Yep, the guitar is a early 90s Jackson Randy Rhoads V. It has a poplar body, just so you know. That was running into a tube screamer, Ibanez TS7, which is then going into my Mesa Boogie single rectifier, and I'm using a Mesa Boogie Stiletto 4x12 cab with V30s. The mic was an SM57, as always, and the guitars were quad tracked. So, with all that said, I guess we'll go ahead and listen to the comparison.
So hopefully you were able to tell the difference between those two pickups. The 81 is definitely a tighter all-around pickup, and the 85 can actually be quite a bit thicker, but it also borderlines on slightly muddy.
Yeah.
So you might want to take that into consideration when doing amp settings and things like that.
And also note those guitars were not as tight as I'd like them to be, but I was running out of time when recording them, so that's what you get.
So our viewer question this week is going to be about Pro Tools compatibility. A lot of you have asked this, and we're going to go over it again. So there's three different types of Pro Tools, or basic Pro Tools software. There's Pro Tools Empowered, there's Pro Tools LE, and then there's Pro Tools HD. And then also there's Pro Tools Essentials, which we talked about
last video.
Yeah, the last video, so you can check that out.
Yeah, but the Pro Tools Empowered is going to work with only M-Audio interfaces and make sure it's compatible, because some of them aren't. Mm-hmm. And the Pro Tools LE version is compatible with DigiDesign hardware. And lastly, the Pro Tools HD is only compatible with HD hardware, which can get pretty expensive. So if you're doing this in a home studio, you're probably going to be getting LE or Empowered.
Yeah. So that's the basics. I mean, there's not really, it's not too complicated.
Yeah.
But you do have to have certain types of interfaces. You can't just use any old interface with Pro Tools.
Yeah.
So now I think we're going to go ahead and go into your software tip, and you're going to be doing, what are you going to be doing this week?
I'm going to be making multi-track stems in Pro Tools.
All right.
Alright, so here we are inside of Pro Tools, and today I'm going to show you how to export your guitar, bass, drums all on separate multi-tracks, which is often referred to as multi-track stems. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to select all of these regions by hitting Command A or Control A on a Windows machine. Then once you get all of the files selected, as you can see, the whole session is selected. Once you do that, you're going to want to hit Option Shift 3, and what that is going to do is that's going to consolidate all of your regions into one region for each track. And then once you do that, as you can see, the regions pop up here in the region box over here. And to export these as multi-tracks, you just want to simply right click on one of the tracks or one of the regions and then go down to export regions as files. Once you click that, it opens up a dialog box where you can select what file type you want to export as. You can export as WAV, AIFF, MP3, whatever. We'll just do WAV, and you can choose mono or stereo. Since all these regions are mono, we'll do mono. Bit depth 24-bit, 44.1 kilohertz. And then here you can choose your directory to where the folder or where it's going to save the stems at. And I've already created a folder here called stems, so we'll choose that. And then all you want to do is click export, and it will export all of your tracks down in that folder that you just created. We'll open this up, go to my desktop, stems, and as you can see there's all the regions exported as multi-track stems. This is good for if you want to send your tracks to be mixed to some mixing engineer, or some mastering engineers want to have stems for your whole mix. So that's how you do it in Pro Tools, and I guess that's going to be it here. We'll see you next time in another episode of Limitless Studios TV.